YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy D Dyson. Monarch episode 1 and episode 2, Legacy of Monsters. So my full take on episode 1 and 2 is, I'm not saying that it's convoluted, but you can follow the story pretty well with Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell, as Wyatt Russell was playing Kurt Russell back in the day. So this is probably like the first time they ever got to play the same character, just one younger and one older. I think that aspect is pretty cool. But with this, you just kind of start out with trying to understand what's going on. And forgot her name, like the main character, is she's trying to find out about her dad and go to, her dad passed away, and finding out about a whole lot about him. She barges into an apartment with a guy and his mom living there, and they're kind of like, she's like, who are you? And they're kind of like, yeah, this is my dad, who are you? Mom's tripping out. So it looks like her dad had an affair with her mom and had her and kept this family secret from them. So it's convoluted, but it was telling myself, when the monsters had kind of started coming, then she started getting flashbacks about what had happened to her, which the flashback goes into in the subway, and she starts freaking out because it was kind of the similar stance. The flashback was her in San Francisco because she's American, can speak Japanese, but she's in Japan. And the flashback is Godzilla in San Francisco. And I was telling myself, I'm like, how long ago was this for, life to just be carrying on with these monsters out here? So that was like the only thing that was kind of throwing me off. And then it kind of flashbacks more to, when you had Wyatt Russell's character as a lieutenant, and then her grandmother they were, basically looking for these monsters, stumbled upon these eggs in an abandoned nuclear reactor type of facility, finding out that there's a whole bunch of eggs at the bottom of it, and there's a monster laying eggs down there. So it was like their task was to find monsters other than Godzilla, but Godzilla is like the king of all the monsters. You have the spider, you have the crab, you have these kind of like a dragon that they stumbled upon. So it's kind of like these different monsters that they're coming around, but we only got a flashback of Godzilla. So it was like, well, Godzilla is the king of monsters, but there's other monsters in this universe, and Monarch has been tasked with trying to keep it under wraps, and they have a whole bunch of files pointing to like the history and the legacy of what's going on with Monarch and what they have done. So that was what her grandmother was a part of. And even with John Goodman's character, it was like, man, I know I failed you and all this. And see, he kind of had like a book on, he was video camming himself, with the spider, and was like, and he just tossed it in the ocean and it got found. So I think it went to her, or that's why it's important information about Monarch that they're trying to understand. And that kind of goes into episode 2 when you finally meet Kurt Russell, which is Wyatt Russell, way later on. And he's kind of just, I know the whole history. If you guys want to really break it down, you got to come with me, that type of thing. So it's like Monarch is kind of really after her about what she has and what her mom gave her as far as the files that had with her dad. Like, it was with her dad, it was with her grandmother. So her family is tied to Monarch. So they were trying to kidnap her and was like, hey, we need, you got documents that we kind of really need to kind of take a look at. And she gets away. So now you're running into Kurt Russell, who understands what Monarch does and what Monarch is. And that's where we kind of leave off. So like I said, it's a bit of a drag a little bit. As far as both episodes, I was telling myself I'm checking my phone. I'm like, it's lackluster, like boring, where there's not enough action, but I'm continuing to watch because I know it's a series that the monsters are definitely about to come out. And then when Godzilla comes out, things are going to pick up, and I know sure of that. So, you guys enjoyed my review of episode 1 and 2 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV. Subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below, and like the video. It's your boy, D Dyson. Peace.